Hey, I hope y'all having a wonderful day. Yo, I want to tell y'all, this weekend been a blessing. Y'all, when I tell y'all, this is like the best content weekend I had with my 10-year bitch. I mean, no argument, no. Yeah, I think he pushed the buttons, but y'all, this was like the weekend I did not have to like clap back. It felt good. Like I did that 2 weeks ago. And I didn't have to clap back at him. But this weekend was like, okay, drama free. And I was like, I kind of like it, like low key. Is it because the toxic is going out of me? Like, I don't know. And I always say, I don't want to experience a loss with unspoken anything ever again in my life. Or feel like I have another day with somebody. I don't want to ever experience that. And Saturday was actually a year. And I just remember that, you know, tomorrow is tomorrow is not guaranteed for nobody. I know I probably always say I want to be here until I'm like 96. But y'all, if my assignment is over, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So and I wouldn't mind my 10-year itch to be another 30 more years. Okay. I would not, I would be so blessed if I get to see 30 more years with him. But most likely it will not be an itch, it'll probably be a husband. And I think that's okay. Okay. But sometimes as a woman, I think we're set in a place of contentment, like we're content. And that's a beautiful thing. I personally, I feel like that's a beautiful thing when you can say, yeah, there's so much out there in this world. But y'all, I want to let me see if I can share the screen, y'all. Yes, I can. So, y'all, when I tell y'all, these mommies on these good old streets be struggling, they be struggling, okay? So I'm gonna share a screen and where did it go? Right here. I'm not going to, I just want to show y'all a picture. I don't know if y'all can see this. But do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Lady. Okay, so you see like the close up. Medusa is giving us body. She is giving us body. But with the prom dress and the plaid shirt and the fishing shoes, the swimming shoes, baby, why are you on here talking about somebody's children? Not children. Well, Jasmine is somebody's child. Why are you on here talking about somebody? Calling somebody big slow, big slime. And you out here looking like you had to grab the clothes that was in the bin for Salvation Army. I'm not understanding it. You at an event, like you're saying, I'm assuming you at a party event. And that's cool. But I see everybody else dressed up like in regular clothes, but you look like you getting paid $10 to stand on the sidewalk with the poster. Make that make sense. And I know y'all seen those people that stand around, you know. But this is crazy. I would never be out here talking about nobody and I have to dress like this. Not for attention, y'all, because I have no clothes. I think I will have to build up my money to buy clothes so I can talk about people. I'm just being honest with you. I am. I think I will have to really get like a 9 to 5 to build up some clothes and then I can start talking about people. Because you're saying, hey, I'm promoting my stepfather's his what is it? What is it? His gig, his program, his event, not just like that. And me, I think social media really got to some of these people's heads. Like, you low key need to not to be on social media because you're really showing, like, damn, you do get the dusty man. Because right then you talk about how you have so much value and you sold this and you sold that and all your men want you and all this. Y'all, when I tell y'all, if I go out this house and meet that 10-year itch and dressing like this, man, that man would turn around and pull off. You hear me? And it's not because, no, because I should have more common sense to do that. But you talk about how much you want a man and you want a man to pay for this. And girl, you can't even buy you decent clothes. And that's not decent. That's no hating. That's a prom dress with a plaid shirt and swimming shoes. And they look dusty as it is. Like she just took her grandmama's, garden shoes. Y'all know y'all have old people. They have certain Crocs and stuff, and they play in the garden with. Yeah, like yeah, let me put these on, and they look like they mismatched on top of it, like they're not the right shoes. Cause one of them look like they're clothes, maybe. Well, yeah, Medusa. I don't think you need to be out here talking about jazz if you got to dress like that. I'm sorry. I don't know who told you you look fine, you look hot, you look like a hot mess. You seem uncomfortable with it. That's the crazy part. You didn't even kill it. You was uncomfortable with it. That's the crazy part about it. But y'all, besides that, I didn't come here. I just seen this earlier today and I just thought it was amazingly funny. Alrighty, so let me stop sharing and let's talk about Chrissy. So, oh hey y'all, hey. Let me read some of y'all comments. I'm doing good. Hey Usan, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Okay, so Strong Mama Chrissy, you got on here, and y'all, can we all agree that that young lady? I don't know if that young lady went. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Did not go to Chrissy's mom's funeral. Can we all agree to that? Like, if y'all we can agree to that, like, yeah, she was there. I'm going to say she didn't because of how they took a picture of the kids and the kids is looking at the camera. So for me as a mom, mama bear, I'm a mama bear mode anytime my children are around. All right, she went. I don't think so because y'all, it looked like the pictures, right? It looked like there was a little camera crew that's taking pictures around, like the Zoom, y'all. Duh. But the way that she talked about it, it was more of y'all saw a back wall. So y'all saw two rows and then you saw a back wall. So obviously we know that that girl did not take no pictures sitting at the funeral because if y'all look at the pictures with the girls sitting there, um no. Y'all have to look at the angle, okay? Look at the angle. So when somebody is taking a picture, mama bear mode. You're mama bear mode. Now, mama bear, your kids are standing right there. You're seeing somebody's taking a picture. You're not going to question that. So when the girls are standing, there's a door. There's a door. No, there's a door in the back and there's a wall. So there's a picture of Chrissy and a young gentleman standing there. So I'm like, okay, so when does this girl take a picture? Because she said that she had to flip the phone. Y'all hear me out. She had to flip the phone when Chrissy looked around. There's no way that she had flipped that phone. That is a camera crew that's taking pictures of that. Okay. That's not an individual person. Like you can tell when somebody's taking a picture. All right. We can just automatically tell when somebody's taking a picture, even on the slip side, like, but my biggest question is where was Cash? Chris, you got all a lot of people did not even I haven't heard anybody say, Where is cash? Cash was nowhere to be found. Chrissy couldn't afford to take cash there, or cash probably said no. Because even if he said no, that's effed up. Even if you couldn't afford him to go, that's even effed up. So where was cash at? Because I'm assuming that, I know that all the kids got different daddies. So why was cash not invited? Oh, so my thing is, I definitely don't feel like she went to the funeral. She did see the Zoom. She did see the Zoom. And y'all, and I heard a couple people talking about, and I give out to my girl. I give credit where it's due. Pine. She talked about it this morning that it does cost money for kids to get dressed up. Now that's something that my kids have, that type of clothing in their closet. Um, y'all, we don't have the suits. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't have suits for my kids. They have like the little vests, those little slacks, a button-up shirt. Cause one, we go to church. So of course my kids have those type of clothes. So if there is a event that takes place, it's not far from their wardrobe. All right. And my thing is, Chrissy, I would never wear a tennis dress to a funeral unless you when scoping out for men. That's the only reason why anybody wants to look sexy for any funeral is they're scoping out for men. Is that explains why you need to scope out because you don't have a bow in Colorado? And I would give it. She wondering why people don't like her or why people dislike her. I'm gonna tell you my biggest issue with you is you got evicted, not just multiple times, but you got evicted with your children and your mother, just so you can show the YouTube streets a facade that you are not about. Like I go back and look at some of her old videos from what information I know, like from her ex-husband, and also what type of lifestyle Chrissy over there really got behind closed doors. I'm like, the lady, you shouldn't even be going out to you shouldn't be going nowhere with no man. Mama got plans too. You shouldn't even be thinking that. If your kids don't have a decent pair of black slacks, a black dress, or a black skirt, black shoes, just look decent for any type of occasion. It doesn't have to be a funeral, y'all. That tells me that you're not even prepared for the basics. Just like how you wasn't even prepared for basic living arrangements for your kids, let alone your mother. Your mom didn't even have to be there, right? But she was there. But you didn't even have basic, you don't even still have it. You gotta come on the YouTube streets talking about I need $1,000. My mama ran my bill up to $1,000. That's part of living. Here it is. When did she get evicted? 7 years ago? How old? 6 years? 5 years ago? Are you still nickeling and diming people? That's the crazy reality. You still got the same pity party. There, I'm calling the cops and I feel threatened. No, you feel upset because you couldn't control the narrative. Somebody else already did that for you. So you're so stuck and consumed with yourself, and you're not even consumed with my children. Somebody really came out here talking about my children. Yeah, that's when we gonna be fighting. baby, we fighting now. Like, bitch, show me your address. Drop me your addy. I'll be there in like how many hours on the dot. But you come on here talking about my kids, baby, we got an issue. And you couldn't even stand up for your damn kids. You know, both everything, both what you think. But I'm standing up for my kids. You big and bad to come to my mama's funeral. But how about this? Here's my address. If you like to travel, come and travel to my address. You was talking all that big smack, talking about somebody who wasn't going. Yesterday you was talking about, oh, she be on somebody's t-shirt. And now you talking about calling the cops. Baby, you say something about my kid, you don't have to worry about finding me because I'm going to find you. And y'all, and I'm not a big fan of making fun of people's situations, y'all. I'm human. I'm very much human. I understand that times it's hard. I really do. So me kicking her down because of what she don't have for her kids at her funeral, I let somebody else have that glory. But right now, I'm never gonna. Yeah, you know, you just lost your mama, your rent is due. Um, shit, life is life, right? So if you don't have the proper clothes for your kids at a funeral, hey, it is what it is, y'all. But to me, like I said before, I have those things. My kids go to church. So, you know, church shoes, even if they don't have black, they have a button up shirt, they look nice, and that's the only thing that matters. But baby, Chrissy, you more concerned of your narrative than your own damn kids. That's the reason why some people don't fuck with you. Excuse my language. That's the reason why we can't see, oh, we don't have sympathy for Chrissy. Because you don't even stand up for your children. Somebody literally came on here and made fun of your kid. And you talking about your safety. But didn't you just say that if somebody came to the funeral and then came to your funeral, and now I see that it wasn't that she came to the funeral. It was just like, yeah, you know. Well, you know what? And again, if they're not used to that, you know what I'm saying? Ebony, like some kids, you know, we was used to keeping our legs closed. And maybe because again, I was in a church setting. So I raise and teach my kids a different um. Y'all, I really do. It's not like I'm better than anybody, but I just got different, you know, about me, you know. Legs crossed, or I learned now I don't cross my legs. I put my legs together. Because now I see the effect of crossing my legs. So I tell my daughter don't cross her legs because you do get spider. Was it spider webs? Was it crow veins? Something like your veins, spider veins. So I do see that now in my legs. So now I'm like, ooh. But yeah, Chrissy, you don't need next year, this year, you don't need to take no hubbing dates, nights, unless your kids got a decent wardrobe. I'm gonna say that. It's not like I said she can't afford it or whatever, but just how somebody can pick on your kid, just keep that in mind. That's not their fault. It's not the kid's fault that their mother can't afford something at that time. I'm never make fun of a kid, but this is just for a parent. That's for any parent, you know. Make sure you know. Yeah, they were, but yeah, I can't. And like I said, I personally felt like she didn't go to the funeral physically, but she was there Zoom wise because of the pictures. Like if I'm sitting there with my logical thinking, I'm thinking logic. I don't know. I would assume that she'll take a picture of like the coffin because I assume that everybody can walk through and say their goodbyes. But she didn't do that. Um, and she just took odd pictures, like odd pictures. So, and then on top of that, it was just like how they was taking a picture of the kids, right? And to me, you can tell somebody's right there taking a picture. So that definitely had to been like a Zoom, the production for the Zoom. That's just me. Okay. Call it what it is. I don't remember seeing nobody taking pictures. And I've been to some funerals before, big technology. And yeah, we just don't do that. You know? I don't know. But I don't know. At this point, to me, you could tell somebody had to been standing near you for you to take pictures because where Caden was at, there was a wall. So, and there was no seating. So it's not like, oh, cause she could set like 3 seats down. There was no seating by that wall where Cadence was. And when she was taking a picture, y'all get me saying? So to me, and then if it was on the opposite side, you saw the wall. Like with the picture that you saw the kid's face. Hold on, I'm sorry. The kids are sitting, the girls are sitting on the front row. But yeah, Chrissy, where's Cash? That's all I want to know. Where's Cash? Why Cash couldn't come to his grandmama's showdown, you know? But y'all have a beautiful day. I am going to go pick up my little people and call it a day. But and y'all stay safe out here and love the loved ones while they're here, okay? Even though you might not get along with them. That's not your just love them, okay? See, Ebony, I know you say in Colorado. Are you talking about you feel like that is in the area in Colorado? Or are you saying that's the area in Alabama? If I might have to come back on here tonight and do a video. Not one Chrissy, y'all. You can just tell me that if you see this later. But I talk to y'all beautiful people later. It's not that serious to go to somebody's mother's funeral to get to y'all. It's not that serious. But to each his own, okay? I want to tell y'all goodbye. Bye.